Hello, today I thought I might as well just make a little vlog on my vlogging gear and what I use to vlog. Right then, for most of last year on my vlogs I was shooting with this little Y4K action cam. Just this little beast. It's been a really good camera. To me, I think they're better than the GoPros. Definitely better quality. I've dropped this so many times, it's got cracks all over it, cracked screen, and it's still going. Yeah, so that's been a good vlogging camera. I've done most of my vlogs on this last year. It's got a Sony sensor, and I think it's about 60 megabits per second data rate on the camera. As most of you know, I use this a lot in the car. It's great for when you're having a chat in the car, some footage, traveling footage, it's great. But I always keep it in this cage. Keep it secure in that. And I always use it on the GorillaPod and it works great. So yeah, I definitely recommend this camera. I've had it over a year. This is a Y4K Plus now, which is just a bit better camera. I was thinking of getting that, but I think I'll just hang on a bit more and see what they're going to bring out next. But it's great for putting in the car and things like that. I've had no problems with it. Yeah, I definitely suggest the Y4K camera. I think this is about £150 now to buy, so it's a pretty good price. The vlogging camera I use mainly now is the Panasonic G7. Excellent quality, I think it's great. Before that I had the GH4 camera. I do miss that, but because I bought a gimbal and that gimbal didn't really support the GH4, I had to downsize to the G7, but I still get the quality, pretty much the quality of the GH4. Yeah, I don't have the G7 here. As you know, I've broken the bottom of it, so it's off getting fixed because I fell down the quarry in the snow last week, which is another expense again. Yeah, I just wanted to mention this new gadget that I've got from K&F Concept. They sent me this, and this is what I use a lot now. I've gone away from that old style of vlogging that I used to do with a camera just in your face all the time. I don't really like it, to be honest with you. I've tried now to do more piece to camera, and by that, I'm not... Obviously I have my main tripod for photography, but I don't want to carry another tripod. So I have this from K&F Concept. The link to this will be below. They sent me this because I was interested in it. It's a monopod. Obviously I've bought this fluid head separate so I can put on there, just screw it on, and it's so light. It's just so light to carry and all that. So because it has legs, that's why I bought it. Obviously I can put it down, change the size if I'm outside to my level. Sometimes what I do, sometimes when it won't stand up straight, I'll put rocks on it to keep it in place. But yeah, it's just a lot more less hassle than carrying another tripod. And what I like about it, you can do some nice panos with it, and also some tilt shots. So I've had it about a month now, and I've done 3 vlogs within it, and I really like it. It comes with me everywhere. It's carbon fiber, very light, but yeah, I like it. And these legs that clip up. So yeah, it just fits into your backpack, nice and easy. The fluid head Cost me about 15, just under 15 quid, 15 quid on eBay. Can't go wrong. So yeah, I've left the link below. This is a great new gadget. But windy days, no, it's not really going to work. Not unless you're somewhere rocky where you can put some rocks on it to keep it down. But I always bring my GorillaPod with a ball head. This thing is just genius. I recommend any vlogger, you gotta have one of these. It's just essential. You just clamp them onto trees, branches, gates, you name it. It'll just go there. It's brilliant. So yeah, I've been using that with the Y4K, and I've been using this with the Panasonic G7. Brilliant, essential piece of kit. Right, the lenses I use with the Panasonic G7, it's this Micro Four Thirds 12mm lens by Samyang. This is my workhorse. It's starting to get a lot of scratches on it now. It's been banged about, but brilliant lens, absolutely brilliant lens. And that's what this is the lens I mainly use now in the last vlogs you've been seeing. Great. Right, when I'm out with a gimbal in my face, I use a Samyang 7.5 lens, which is equivalent to 15mm full frame. Yeah, it's a bit fisheye, so you might have to adjust it later on in the edit. But I use this when I'm using the gimbal. Once again, sharp, does the job, brilliant. Great lens. I tend to use this more in the summer. I don't use the gimbal much. I prefer using it when it's a bit warmer, because I just don't like carrying too much gear with me. And also, it's the kit lens, which is the 14 to 42mm lens. I use this when I want to do zooms and all that, when I want to zoom up closer to some subjects or whatever. So yeah, that's another handy piece of kit. So them are 3 lenses I use for vlogging. Right then, and well, most of you use a camera like that. I've always been using that with my Y4K cam because it has a stabilizer on it, and I shoot 1080 at 60 frames per second, and it's just steady. So you don't need one of these if you have a stabilizer on your camera, but the G7 doesn't, and I bought this really for those smooth shots, and it's a pretty damn good gimbal. It's the Zhiyun Crane M. I think it's about 300 quid to buy, could be less by now, but I tend to use this more in the summer when you can be bothered getting more things out. But yeah, I've had some great smooth shots out of it, and that's my gimbal for my Panasonic G7. As for audio, my main bit of kit is the Zoom H1. It's just genius. It's just great. Stick it in your pocket and just go. I always use the Zoom H1, and I think most vloggers now use that. Great piece of kit. Also, sometimes, well, before I had that, I was using the RØDE directional mic. But I'll tell you, if you have one of these, buy a wind muff for the back of it, because a lot of wind gets to the back of it and it's just no good, to be honest with you. So if you're going with this, it works great if you're talking directly to the mic, but if you're gonna wander off, it's not gonna work. Plus, if you're talking straight to it, works great, but buy a wind muff for the back of it, because the wind does get to it for that. So I've also got these K&F Concept wireless mics. Not been using them too much in the winter. I'll be probably using it more in the summer. It's just a lot easier. It's just records directly into the camera, so I'll be using them in the summer most likely. And to my last bit of kit for the aerial footage is the DJI Phantom 4 Pro drone. Brilliant drone, I love it. The footage is just beautiful. The camera there is just, it's got a 1-inch sensor. The results I get from it are beautiful. It's a great drone. Yeah, it just does everything. It's never let me down and I like it loads. It's a great drone. So there you go. That's a quick vlog on what I use. So thanks for watching. Hope I didn't bore you too much. And until next time, bye.